Hey, welcome back to another episode of the She's Making an Impact podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Ngom. Today, I'm going to take you kind of behind the scenes and tell you who's on our team, what their roles are, and kind of what that looks like of going from what I used to be, that solopreneur, to having a team. And trust me, you want to have a team as soon as you can. You can't do all the things and you can't do them all well. And a lot of times we're telling ourselves this lie that we can't afford to hire somebody, when in reality, I want you to think about what's your hourly rate, what's your time worth, how much would it cost you to, how much would you pay for someone to do some of these tasks that I'll be talking about? And a lot of times, you could find people for cheap, like virtual assistants on Upwork, really cheap, like $6 an hour. Or you could hire an intern at a local college and have free work. So you can get creative, but I just want to kind of show you behind the scenes of what our team looks like so you can just get an idea, because this is a question that I've been getting a lot.
Welcome to the She's Making an Impact podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Ngom. I'm an entrepreneur, mom, adventure lover, and creator of Pin with Purpose, the Impact Blogging Academy, and Activate. I went from food stamps and negative $400 in my checking account to a multiple six-figure online business. This is your show to learn from me and other rockstar entrepreneurs how to monetize your passion and live out your purpose. If you're ready to increase your income while making a massive impact on the world, this is the show for you. I'm so pumped you're here. Let's get started.
When you have a great team in place, this gives you freedom. And so as I'm recording this, I am due with our second baby in 12 days, which is crazy. You'll probably hear this after our baby's here. And you can see pictures on Instagram and our Facebook group and all the cool stuff. But I'm able to take time off when our baby comes because we have a team in place. I'm able to go on vacations and do really cool stuff without checking my phone all the time. I'm able to be a present mom and wife, and I'm not working 24/7. Like I work currently 20 to 25 hours a week. That'll go down even more when the baby comes. So you can build a freaking awesome business that doesn't take over your life, where you're able to impact lots of people, but it's going to come down to you being able to build a great team and have the right support people around you. So let's dive in. Ariana is, the first person that I hired was Richard, a virtual assistant in the Philippines. He helped me with my network marketing stuff and was with me for like 6 years, like a really long time. And I paid him starting off, it was like $6.50 an hour, 10 hours a week. And he took so much of the little tasks off of my plate and really freed me up to stay in my zone of genius. And that's what having a great team does. It's freeing you up to do the things that only you can do, the things that you're really, really good at, and letting other people do the things that you're not so good at, or you just don't like to do, or that anyone else could do. After Richard, I hired Ariana, who, when I hired her, it was like a high-level virtual assistant, but now she's really taken on the role of like a project manager. And so her responsibility, she's like a point person. She's in charge of all of our launches, of making sure people are staying on task with their responsibilities and kind of delegating with all of that. She's the one that makes sure that everything runs smoothly. She schedules out all of our emails and handles everything within ActiveCampaign and ClickFunnels. And so when I hired her, I actually had just signed up for ActiveCampaign and I was struggling with the automations and everything in there. And I was like, this is not my zone of genius. I need help with this. And the stuff that she does in there, I'm like, I don't know how her brain works. But she sets up some really sweet stuff with an ActiveCampaign for email sequences. So I essentially write the emails and then I just tag her in them, share them with her, and tell her when I want it to be sent out. And she does that. She does research on different things that I want her to do. So like when the EU came out with that new policy with the emails and all that stuff, pregnancy brain's got me, so I can't even remember what it's called. I'll think of it later. But I didn't have the time to research all of that. So I put Ariana in charge and I said, I need you to figure out like what we need to do to make sure that we are being safe and that we're following all the new regulations and rules that go around this. GDPR. Ha, got it. Okay. She also hires new team members for us. And so she's been with us for over 2 years now, and she really knows like my style and everything. So she knows our hiring process. I created a process street where it's like step by step by step what we do to hire new team members. And so when we need someone, she's the one that I say, all right, you're in charge of, finding the right people. And I'm typically the one that does like the final, like talk to them before they're on our team. But she weeds out a lot of the stinkers and helps us find the right people. She also sometimes writes emails for me, just like little emails that are, or even she's done like sales pages and stuff, just like little tasks like that, because she knows my voice so well. She's been with us for so long. So she really kind of takes ownership of that. And then she sends it to me. I review it. I might make some changes and send it back to her. She also does all of our podcast prepping and pitching to get me and other people's podcasts. And she is the one that researches to get new people on our podcast, and goes through applications to see if they would be a good fit. So she does a lot. And then she's also our tech support person for our Activate students. So within Activate, we provide tech support for all of our students within our private Facebook group. So whenever someone's getting stuck with something, she's there to create videos for them on like Webinar Jam, Active Campaign, all of that stuff. So that's Ariana. And then we have Michelle, who does our customer service. And if it sounds like I'm out of breath, I totally am. When you're this pregnant, I swear I'm like talking, but I feel like I'm running a marathon. Okay, I got this. Okay, so Michelle does our customer service, and she is the one that checks and responds to all of our emails, Facebook messages. She is in our Facebook groups. So like our She's Making an Impact Facebook group. If you're not in there, search for it, request to join. We have over 10,000 rockstar entrepreneurs in there. So she goes in and she like approves people to join. She is the manager of Pin with Purpose, our student-only Facebook community for our Pin with Purpose students. So she's actually in there. She knows and understands Pinterest, and she's in there kind of responding to questions and helping people in there. And if she doesn't know an answer, she runs it by me to make sure she's providing the right help and support. And she also manages my calendar, and kind of schedules everything on there. So I just let her know, like when the baby comes, I'm telling her I'm only going to be working 10 to 3 or 10 to 2 or whatever I told her, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And so she's making sure everything gets booked between those days and those times. So Michelle is amazing. Lizzie is our social media manager. And so she does all things social media. She edits the podcast. She uploads the podcast to iTunes. She creates graphics and show notes. She schedules and creates content for Instagram. She creates new Instagram stories every day. She uploads videos to YouTube, to LinkedIn, to IGTV. She edits those videos. She researches upcoming trends, creates weekly reports. Basically all things you could think of social media. Lizzie is our girl for that. And then Andrea is our Pinterest manager. So we have clients that have hired us to manage their Pinterest accounts for them. So Andrea knows our entire process of, what we do for Pinterest, and she's the one that's managing our client accounts. So within that, it's basically all things Pinterest, creating new pins, pin descriptions, scheduling things out in Tailwind, creating reports for clients, all that stuff. And then Michelle, number 2, we have 2 Michelles. She manages our Facebook ads. So everything that has to do with Facebook ads. So she creates the copy for Facebook ads, creates the graphics, and puts in the Facebook pixels and all of that stuff. Helen is our head coach for Activate. And so Helen has... I'm trying to do everyone justice with their responsibilities, and if any of them listen to this, they're like, I do so much more than that. This is literally what I can think of off the top of my head. So I'm going to tell you what Helen does, and I bet, Helen, if you're listening, you do so much more, and I love you all. And I'm so grateful for everything that you do. So Helen, she onboards our new students. She does an onboarding call with all of our new students within Activate. She manages, we have other coaches within Activate that are supporting our students. So within Activate, our students get 2 coaching calls calls per month. And so Helen is the one that's responsible for managing the other coaches. And she actually has found and helped us hire the coaches within the program. She checks in the Facebook group for questions and provides support. And she's brilliant. She's on all of our Activate calls. And when she's on those calls, she's working, she's helping. We do a lot of like hot seats with our students. And so for an example, we had a call yesterday and we're helping one of our students come up with some really great headlines and copy for her sales page and her course title. And so Helen is there like on the call researching in the Advanced Marketing Institute, coming up with some really great headline ideas. She's just brilliant. She also does monthly calls twice per month with our Activate students, and she's leading some of our group calls. Like when I step out for a little bit with baby, she'll be leading some of those calls. And then let's see. Oh, she also looks over like reports from our coaches and basically like managing the other coaches and making sure the reports that they send me are correct and that none of the students disappear. Because I really want to make sure that our Activate students have such a great experience. And so she's kind of looking at, are they showing up in the Facebook group? Do we need to like hunt someone down? Where did they go? And just making sure that we help them and support them the best that we can. Dawn is one of our trainers within Activate. And so she helps with all of our students within Activate with their copy, with their funnels, and with their Facebook ads. And so when people have questions around those things, we're tagging Dawn and saying, hey, Dawn, we need help. And then she creates training videos as needed on those topics. Tasha is our spiritual mentor within Activate. And so all of our Activate students get to talk to Tasha twice per month. And she provides that emotional and spiritual support as needed and prayer as needed. And so you don't have to be a Christian to be an Activate or anything like that. But this is something that I worked with Tasha, and she's just amazing and provided such a difference in my life. And I was like, I have to bring this to my students. They need to experience Tasha and everything that she offers, and it's just really nice to help our students grow spiritually as well as in their businesses too. Okay, Courtney is one of our coaches within Activate, so she's coaching our Activate students twice per month. Mindy, same thing, is another Activate coach. And then Hamad and Maria have done copy design and launch strategies for us, so I just hire them as needed. So I haven't worked with them for a couple of months because we haven't done like a new launch, but maybe like twice a year I'll hire them. And then we just hired out Gravy. And Gravy is responsible for kind of just basically following up on failed payments. So with any business that has reoccurring payments, especially on like a bigger scale, it gets harder and harder to track people down if their payments fail. So Gravy is helping us out with that. And we just started working with them. So if I like them, I'll let you know and give you some feedback. So that's our team. And just remember that we didn't hire all these people overnight. This has been like over 2 years in the making of getting just the right people on board. And I am so grateful for every single person that helps us. And as I'm looking at the list, I'm like, I hope I didn't forget anybody because I love everybody that helps us. And, you know, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. Our business wouldn't be here if it weren't for these people that just come alongside me and help us grow and serve more and create a bigger impact. Oh, I did forget somebody. Katie is our bookkeeper. So we do have a bookkeeper. Katie Farrow with Orderly Accounting does all of our books. And then I have an accountant as well. Oh, goodness. Am I forgetting anyone else? I don't think so. Yep, this is pregnancy brain. You try to prepare everything and then just sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But I really hope that this kind of shows you what our team looks like and to let you know, like, you don't start here. You start with one person. And especially for people that are nervous to start outsourcing because they think they have to do everything and they're the only person that can do this, I will tell you that this is something that Craig Rochelle said at Global Leadership Summit. He said you can either have growth or you can have control, but you can't have both. And if you can find someone that can do something 80% as good as you can. You need to get it off your plate. You need to outsource it, and really have someone else take control of it. And in the beginning, they're not going to do a great job for you. For probably, like, you're going to have to be that leader, and you're going to have to show them the ropes and really support them. But I follow the I do it, you watch, then we do it together. Then you do it, I watch, and then you do it and teach someone else, model from John Maxwell. And when you do that, that's when you'll really be supporting your team members and helping them to succeed. So again, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, I would love it if you went to iTunes and rated and reviewed the show. I read every single one of those, and it means so much to me to know that you're listening and supporting us. So thank you so much, and I will talk to you later.